Hello everybody and welcome back to 2 Point Hospital, and we are in Tumble and we are in a bit of a state, honestly. One thing I'm going to do with this hospital, I'll admit I just had a little bit of a throw my computer out of the window moment because I just can't get anything to look nice in here, but I'm going to have to let that go. Let it go and just let the hospital look how the hospital's going to look. And not worry about specialising, not worry about the patients having to walk around everywhere. Okay, we need a new assistant. Let's go and get a new assistant. Orlando Duckworth. We could go with Litera, no. Yeah, you'll do. Joanna Moore, you'll do. I don't want anyone too expensive. There's an emergency for the ward. 6 patients with Portishead, which is going to need to be the ward. Okay, let's have a look at the ward. Well, we have beds in the ward. We have 1, 2, 3, 6 beds in the ward. Come on then. Yeah, let's see how we do. I want to have a look at who's in here, which nurses and things are in the ward. I want to just... What I'm going to try and do is get the hospital working as well as I can with the rooms and the staff that I have. Maybe hire a couple more staff just for the good ward nurse there. I'm going to hire this one as well for the ward. And I'm going to make sure that the ward is allowed 1 extra staff, and that will be this lady. Okay, so that should help with our emergency, and hopefully we'll make enough money to pay for the staff. Cures per year, like Leon Whitestar has 157. Well, his hospital could be way more developed than mine, so that's a really silly comparison to make, isn't it, really? Okay, and one other thing that I could do in here, actually thinking about it, I can edit and I could put in some wall monitors. And that would just help the ward be a little bit better at curing these Portishead patients. Any more room for any more? Any more for any more? There's room for 1 there. Just try and get as many in as possible. I'll just make the room a bit better at treating these guys. Oh, why does everyone now have to suddenly like get chucked out of the room just because they make a tiny change to it?
That perfect hobby.
Okay, I want to look at my patients, but I think someone just died. Someone just died.
So I stopped.
Pete Scream died from hurty leg. Seriously? How'd you die of hurty leg? Is that Pete? No, it's Ingrid. Oh, so Pete hasn't died of hurty leg, but is about to. No, dying. Okay. So Ingrid is dying of a humerus injury. Oh, good. Everyone is dying in my hospital. This is not good at all. So let's have a look at the doctors that I've got within this fracture ward, or the nurses. Junior nurse. Oh, good, good. I think I need to work on the staff a bit more, on the nurses especially. So, Faye Solomon, what are you doing? You're working in a ward. Aubrey Spanner, you're working in the ward. Aldo Iceman is working in the fracture ward. General diagnosis, on a break, working in the fracture ward. So to be fair, the people working in the fracture ward are reasonable treaters. Angela, Ingrid. I thought Aldo was in the fracture ward. Oh, he's coming back to work in the fracture ward. Okay. So what I want to do is make sure that only people that have good ward skills can work in these places. I may have done this already.
Plants need water.
Yeah, I actually have. So You're allowed to work pretty much anywhere, really. I'm going to say don't worry about cardiology and general diagnosis. But so many deaths happening. It's not good. It's not good. Don't worry about the clown clinic or the chromotherapy. Or the injection room, really.
Attention! Don't feed the ghosts. They're dead. Thank you.
Same with you. We don't have those things yet. I'll get someone to work in them. So we've got a few ghosts and things hanging around right now. I hate having deaths. I really hate having deaths. We're going to have people storming out as well if we don't build another couple of GPs clinics, I think. So the first thing I'm going to actually do here is to have a look at my patients and see if there's any of them that are queuing. Well, the porter's head patients in. That's fine. They're going straight to the ward. Any of them that are queuing for like the GP that have already got a diagnosis and can be sent for treatment? Like you. They're bored and thirsty. Okay, there's a few things I can do with that. Send for treatment. There's loads of people really, really thirsty and desperate for the toilet. I'm like, are my toilets too big and not enough of them around the place? Where are you? Potty mouth. In the pharmacy, or the queuing for the pharmacy. Yeah, I think my toilets need to be like a bit more central, honestly. I don't think it's helping that they're not like in the middle there, so I'm gonna actually move them over there and see if that helps people with their toilet issues. Toilet issues. I'm gonna move that radiator over here. I'm gonna move the GP office over here a little bit. Go work in there. And then I kind of want another GP office next to it because at the moment we do not have enough GPs. I'm going to sort out the queues, but I'm also going to sort it out by adding more GPs. Shouldn't really need 3 with a hospital of this size, but we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. So I'm getting over the fact that I hate the way that this hospital looks. Just having to get over it. Get over it, She-Lab. Get over it. So, do we have enough doctors? Do we have enough doctors to do this? So, doctors. Don't have many. So, we've got 2 GPs, 1 on a break, deluxe clinic, and a Pan's lab. See, I'm thinking that when I reloaded this, that it may not have gone quite back as far as the previous episode. I apologise if that's the case. I spent the whole episode basically being very, very salty about the layout of the hospital. So I thought, yeah, I'll do this again because I'm getting very frustrated here. So that, if anything, is slightly different. That's why. I do now have magazine racks as well, which is pretty awesome. It did say it went back to where I was on the 9th of September or something. So I don't know why it's got things that I don't remember making previously. But it's fine. It's fine. You'll forgive me, right? Okay, so now we've got all of this around here. I've realised that maybe it would be a good idea to take this room here, move it somewhere out of the way, and take general diagnosis, which actually has a huge queue as well. And I think that's probably because the doctors are not doing what they should be doing. Move that over here a little bit. I can move the GP office back in. Because as much as I'm not happy with the layout of the hospital in general, I'm going to try my best to do what I can with it. So I've got a 2-wide gap there. I reckon I could fit 1 more GP office in if I move the toilets across like this. And move this GP office across like this. And move this GP office across like this. There's a bench in the way. There we are. I can fit one more in. And I just want to make sure that everyone has something to do as well, you know, all that sort of thing. Make sure they've got entertainment and drinks and all of that good stuff, because that it seems to be more important than building new rooms at the moment, and definitely building enough rooms for lots of GPs. And I would like to build cardiology as well. Again, not too worried about how it's looking at the moment, just worried about having the actual facilities there. I'm going to hire 2 new doctors to do GP stuff as well. They have no skills whatsoever. Weak bladder, one-handed backhand. Okay. I don't really care. I can get rid of you later if I need to. Energized, too cold, fast, unmotivated but a fast learner. Okay, that's fine. We can train you later then. Right, let's get a radiator in here as well. And then just see if we can start getting people diagnosed a bit better. I'm going to go through the patient queue as well. Send anyone for treatment that I think can go for treatment. Pharmacy. That one. Fracture ward for that one. Pharmacy for that one, and the rest can go and see the GP if they need to. I think I've cured most of the GP queue actually at this point. There's only a few left. Quite a lot that haven't been diagnosed at all, but at least they're getting into the GP offices now. And hopefully that'll take the pressure off general diagnosis a little bit. I would also like to make cardiology a thing. I would like to move the door on general diag over so that I can butt these up. It's going to be a weird shaped room. There are going to be weird shaped rooms in this hospital, and that's just the be all and end all of it. Patient is unhappy and it's storming out and is thirsty and hungry and desperate for the toilet. Wow. Well. We have ectoplasm all over the floor over here, which is fantastic. Why are the janitors not doing anything about that? There's also litter. I'm going to hire one more janitor if I can. I can't. We have no money. It must be the beginning of the month.
Foundation tried to recruit me this morning. 5th time this week.
Sure, get a promotion.
Telling him I already
but at least we can diagnose our patients properly now.
Radio DJs.
Let me just have a look at the...
I was born to play records, baby.
The janitors we have. We only have 2, I think, which might be a problem. We do have 1 trained in ghost capture, so I'm just going to take my ghost capture janitor and pop them next to the ghosts so we can get those out of the way. The patients aren't really happy, but there's not much I can do about it at the moment. I'm just going to try and give them as much to do as possible. Oh, we're back in the black. Okay, cool. Give them places to sit, give them things to do as much as I can. There's a big queue for that bookshelf. I did unlock, by the way, you didn't really miss much, but I did unlock a magazine rack, so I'm going to pop that around the corner there. And I'm going to put a leaflet stand maybe near the doctor's place as well, so that I can... There we are. So people can use the leaflet stands for something to do. Maybe another magazine rack around here. And maybe get a newsagent in somewhere as well. Don't know where a newsagent would go. Maybe down by the ward here or something. Or maybe just in behind reception. Like that. So they'll feel a little bit happier about the way things are. They'll feel a bit happier about everything.
Maintenance
Oh, the
announcement.
deluxe.
Bins will become full.
Albert Cups is unable to get where they want to be. Who's Albert Cups? Like, I don't even know who they are. Who are you, Albert Cups? We need more janitors so badly. I'm just gonna hire a cheap janitor. There we are. The ward has got a massive queue, but I think that's because of the Porter's Head patients. I don't know whether someone extra working there would help, or making the ward bigger would help. I've got room to expand. Someone died. How are the patients looking now for happiness? Oh, they're a lot happier, generally. There's someone with 37% happiness. There's some really poor health people, unfortunately, as well. But that's going to be a case of getting the queues down. Okay, so if I look at my nurses or my staff, nurses, I have more of them than anyone else. Got two, one for general diag, one for cardiology and pharmacy and stuff like that. I don't actually have enough nurses at all. Well, Skylar, who can do... Yeah, okay. Let's pop you into the ward, and I'm going to have an extra staff member in the ward. So who's working there? Angela, Aubrey, and Skylar. Okay, cool. Jazz hands. Oh, it's another ward one. Oh, good grief. I'm going to expand the ward, I think. Although we're not even using all the beds in there, so, like, there's a massive queue. I don't understand the queues in the ward. What's the queue for? Is that because we don't have enough places for them to change? Yeah, I think that might be it, actually. So I'll edit the room a little bit. I'll give them some more screens. That would be crazy. I've never had that as an issue before. Yeah, sell the radiator. See if I care. Oh man, it just sent everybody out of there. That annoys me. Like, I just want to edit the room. It's all good. And then they're like, no, everyone out. They're doing building works in here. I could even have a couple more beds behind there if I want. I don't know if there's an optimal amount of screens to beds or something.
Plants need water.
Our money is getting quite low. Well, you didn't tell me that the last 4 times we went into debt. Oh, cured. 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 Oh, that's good. Those are cured people. What's the queue like for the ward now then? Oh, that's not too bad. Alright then, so we've got a few people that are dying and stuff, but overall, the only queues I'm really seeing are for general diag. And the... yeah, okay. So what's going on with this general diagnosis queue then? We've got 31 out of 50 cured patients as well. This is getting ridiculous. Why is there such a huge queue for general diagnosis? Do I need more general diagnosis? Is it not? Ah, the janitor is repairing the easy scan. That's always going to be an issue. I'm going to move... I want to move the news agents, like, somewhere else. I could move it opposite reception there. And then kind of fit in cardio and another general diag or something. I may have to put cardio down here. I would like to be able to expand the ward as much as possible. Then we can expand the fracture ward if we need to, but the fracture ward doesn't look like it's too bad. Well, Although I do need somewhere for them to sit and something for them to drink and toilets across here and things like that. Even if it's just the tiniest toilet in the world. Give them a drinks machine at least. Because they were like, I'm hungry and I'm thirsty and I hate this place. And then they walk out, so... want to give them some bins around here as well, because I really don't have bins and it's causing my poor janitors a lot more work than they really need to be doing. So put some bins near the snack machines and stuff. I haven't done anything to make this hospital pretty yet either, and that is going to help a lot. But yeah, general diagnosis. I don't know if we need 2 of them. Or whether building cardio would help. Not really sure. I feel like there's a lot of room here that's being wasted as well. I feel like we could have 2 or 3 rooms here and then we could just have reception kind of around the corner a bit. I could move things about, definitely. I mean, the newsagent, for example, could you fit in there? Of course you can't. That would be too convenient. But if I moved everything across this side... probably move that bookshelf around as well, but move some of the snack machines and stuff around here maybe, actually, because you know what? There's loads of room over there, isn't there? That little bin that goes next to it. Oh, I did put a few plants around the place. I'm going to move that over here. Which was stupid because I planned to put things there, but never mind. The bookcase can stay behind there. It's fine, it can stay there. See if I care. We'll just put benches in the middle of the corridor. Yeah! Because this isn't going to be a neat hospital. Okay, so now I can move reception. Oh, those are all dead as well. That's no good. Move reception around here, and then that'll give me more room for rooms. I want to move the hatch. The problem is that I always make reception too small, and then I can't move the hatches and things around. That hatch won't go there, look. And nor will the computers and stuff, so I always have to have it like jutting out. Oh, so now I can't build any rooms there at all. Oh, unless they're really tiny rooms. Oh, hang on. I've got room for 3x3 rooms. It's just that's a like 3x4 room. The radiator needs to move out the way somewhere else. So just that sunflower. Over there you go. So now we've got room for a couple of rooms. And one of the rooms I want is, I think I want another general diagnosis possibly. Well, I'll see how the queue goes once that's fixed, but... Okay, cardio. Cardio it is. I will need a cardio nurse as well. You know what, I'm going to do a second general diagnosis. This is the most cramped hospital in the known universe. But it kind of works. Kind of has a cool look to it in a way. Right. Right, so this area between the newsagents and reception, so if I move the bookcase over there, then that could be like a little area for benches. Move that around that way. And bring this one in. It's kind of like a little reception seating area-ish. This is a horrible, horrible layout of a hospital, but I've done way better than I did before, I think. I've even got room for one more GP's office round here as well. I mean, certainly one thing I could do is to have things that kind of go around a corner a little bit as well. So if I want a bigger room there, I could do things. There's still things I could do, but I want to make some money. So let's actually start looking at that. So I want to hire another nurse to do cardiology. Theodore, I think you would be a good one for that. Okay, the queue in general diag is going down anyway. Because we've got the second one now. I need another nurse to do general diag. Bob noise. Oh no, actually someone is in there. Okay, well just do whatever you want then. But they're getting seen, and that's the main thing. The GP offices seem to be working really well. There's something that needs fixing. We need more janitors. Melanie can... Yeah, you're fine. You go. I need more ghost capture ones as well. Okay, I think we can work with this. I genuinely do think we can work with this. I'm gonna want the clown clinic and stuff in here as well, but this could do with some tarting up as well, couldn't it? Albert Cups is unable to get where they need to go. Oh no. Might need to rearrange things to unblock the route. Well, did you get stuck somewhere? Because you're walking away and there's a perfectly good route into the deluxe clinic. So I'm just going to look at this person, make sure they can get in. Queuing. Are you going to get in there?
Shout out to all the hospital patients across 2
Why
Point.
can't they get in?
I know it's scary in those places.
Literally.
Getting poked at by doctors.
Hang on a second, I'm just
Wondering
going
if
to
the
pick you
Grim
up.
Reaper's gonna come. So this song is for all of you.
Oh wow. What's wrong with the room? Can you get in now? This is so weird. No, they can get in. Okay. Albert Cups again.
In the event of an
Robin
epidemic,
Mojo.
please try not to panic.
Going into the deluxe clinic. Yeah, there was a bit of a trouble there. I'm not sure what went on, but there was a bit of a trouble. Okay, reception's looking a little bit fraught as well at the moment. Do we need to put another computer in reception? Oh, is the hatch gone? No, the hatch is there. Joanna Moore is apparently meant to be at the newsagent, and she's not. Which is really, really weird. The hospital is in debt. Maybe we should take out a loan. Are there moustaches on the floor again? I can see moustaches on the floor. Okay, someone has a promotion. That's always good. This is a tough little hospital, this one, actually. I'm finding it a little bit more difficult than previous ones. Okay, so they're all trying to get drinks out of the drinks machine. Big queue for the drinks machine. So why don't we put in another drinks machine? Maybe an energy drinks machine over here. So they've got more. Over here. Oh, I can't afford it. There is a bit of a drinks queue. They seem alright for food. The queue for the news agents as well. How are we doing with the GPs? The GPs seem okay. They don't seem to have any big queues. No diagnosis queues. That's good. There's a queue for this general diagnosis. That general diagnosis seems to be a bit cold. I'm going to move that radiator into there so that they're not all freezing. I'll have a quick look at the... I've moved a lot around, so I'm going to have a look at the general temperature of the whole place. See if there's anywhere else that needs a radiator. While I actually have money to do it as well. A few places are a little chilly. The ward's a bit chilly over there. I reckon if I move this radiator over a little bit, that would help the entryway. And if I move this one over to kind of behind reception... that would help a bit. I need to buy one more, definitely. For cardiology. So at the moment, I'm just trying to get the hospital to be basically working, basically treating most people that need to be treated, getting everyone diagnosed, getting a nice big ward. There doesn't seem to be a massive ward queue anymore, so that's fantastic. I wonder if having those around the other way would help. I don't want everyone getting kicked out of the ward though. The queue outside general diagnosis. There's always a queue. No, I don't think so. I think that is... they are getting through it, definitely. A couple of ghosts around. There's some staff training required. I would love to do that, but I cured all of the Porter's Head patients. Fantastic. Okay, so we do have a training room, right? So let's have a quick look at who can be trained, what they can be trained in, blah, blah, blah. Now, we don't have any psychiatry at the moment. We could maybe do with a psychiatrist. I don't know. It depends on who our trainees are. So the junior doctor, Branman Grumble, who is good at diagnosis naturally. I'm thinking they could do with some GP skill maybe. There's a nurse that's good at pharmacy management. We've got a janitor. We've got another nurse that's good at ward. Okay. But that would be ward 2. That would be ward 3. And the wards don't seem massively busy at the moment. So I think what I'll do is pop in Angela Vinegar for some ward training. And also Faye Solomon. And then we'll get Aldo Iceman to train them. Oh, no. So this is going to be ward management 2. And we'll get either Aubrey or Aldo to train them in that. Anyone with good training skills? No. Okay, we'll just go with that. And hope that the fracture ward and the ward... I mean, the fracture ward at the moment is empty. So I think we could do training at the moment, and the ward has like 1 person in it. So I think we're slightly overstaffed here, but we are doing better for money. What did you die of? Your health got depleted. I don't know what you were waiting for. I'm going to have a look at the patients again. People are dying in this hospital quite a bit, and I'm quite worried about that, about why their health is depleting so much. So you have an appointment in the ward, you've got an appointment with a GP. There are no queues for these people though. There were. So this might improve over time actually. In the meantime, I think we might want another janitor. Mechanics, good training, motivation, maintenance. We don't need any of that. We just need people to like clean up. And water plants and stuff. Plants all seem watered. Where's my... I've got a ghost. So I need my janitor. Staff. Janitor. So now I've got the hospital kind of working the way I want it to. The cure rate is going up a little bit. And that's really good. But I'm still not feeling confident enough to fast forward it to make money. Let's put it that way. Got a little bit of training going down in here, which is great. One thing I need is training bookcases though. We'll put those in a bit later. Well, we could put them in now actually. These make my training faster. Hopefully he'll walk straight back in. Hopefully they'll both walk straight back in. That's just going to make everything a bit faster for you. Cool. Get the training started on the ward. General Diag is still quite... like, we've still not got the easy scan repaired. This is the problem with my general diagnosis then. So reception have managed to clear the queue, which is great. Well done, reception. They were bored and desperate for the toilet, ugly environment, and they were in hospital for 291 days. Waiting for a GP or something? I don't know how they were very bored. There's magazines and leaflets everywhere. Everywhere. Do they have to have TV? Send them for treatment. I'll treat them for the wrong thing. They might die. Never mind. We don't care about that. I mean, honestly... okay, so drinks machine needs to be put in here. Everyone's really thirsty. I have some money at the moment. The hospital is now being a bit more profitable. Stick one in there as well. This is never going to be a pretty hospital, though. Someone's dying. Upgrades. Do we have any ward upgrades?
Assistant to reception.
Like, can we upgrade the bed or something? No. Can we upgrade the screen? No. Okay, that one's dead again. I need to make sure the janitors have ghost capture a bit more. I may have to do some ghost capture training. I'm not happy with reception either. Okay, the easy scan is sorted, but we don't have any nurses in General Diag. Oh, I've trained 50 nurses. How very nice.
All the good things going on in the world. Sick of cheery headlines.
Okay, Sally Fiblance's latest county roundup just went out live. She doesn't say much about the hospital except it exists. It's good for people to know that, I suppose. We need to improve the hospital if we want people to add anything positive when mentioning us. Yeah. Lycanthropy has been discovered, and that's for our pharmacy. This is fine. This is fine. We're getting on top of the queues now and things like that, but I think we could maybe do with expanding reception. I don't like these reception desks in the fact that you can't really do much to expand them and okay, so if I edit it, what I want to do is make it a little bit longer so I can fit a second station in there. I want to move things about, move these to the edges, maybe. So we've got a big old reception desk crisis right now. I would like to have 2 receptionists. Oh, that's how you expand it. Cool. We'll get rid of all those benches. Yeah, we could have the hatch around there, or the hatch around the side, if we made it a little bit bigger. Oh yeah, we'll need to definitely, like, make it bigger like that, and then we can put the hatch in. Place hatch. Why is that invalid? Oh, that's valid, apparently. Then I want another reception pod. Okay, maybe not quite yet then. Let's move these cabinets around. Doesn't like me moving these things right now, does it? Okay, so now I have room for another few reception pods, actually. So we've got 2 reception pods, and I need to sell 6 invalid items. Okay, but we've got a good reception now. With a hatch that works. We can fit a few things in there as well. It's a massive reception, though. But the hatch just won't fit if you make it any smaller. So, guess that's what I've got to do. I've got room for another computer around there, though, if I want it later on. Which is quite nice. And lots of cabinets. Okay, people are getting flung out of there. So I want to hire another assistant or 2, because I think we're a bit low on them. Short temper, no chance. You've always got a spoon on you. Okay, that's good. And then there's another one coming to do the other pod. Great. So that's really cool. Let's promote anyone that can be promoted. The hospital is starting to improve now. It's been a bit of a slog though, hasn't it, really? I think they're done with their ward training. Oh man. Yes, of course. The earthquakes. I forgot about those. This is where there's not enough places for people to sit now. Yeah, not at all.
On 2-Point Radio.
Welcome, my friends.
At least the receptionists are getting them all
2-Point
sorted now.
Radio's haven of culture in an otherwise blighted landscape. I am your host.
I think I need another
Nigel
nurse.
Bickleworth, here to amuse and delight you.
Treatment.
Earthquake warning. Staff should secure patients before securing themselves.
Just get in there. Diagnose people. Okay, so the queues seem to all be for things like the news agents and the drinks machines. So that's not so bad. Bins will become full. Is that another thing to say I need more janitors? We've nearly got our 1 star. This is taking me 2 episodes to get 1 star. Basically because I can't fast forward it.
Maintenance announcement.
We need to build other diagnosis rooms. What other diagnosis rooms do we have then? Let's have a little look. Because we do have some money now, which is good. So we do have general diagnosis. We do have cardiology. We've got 2 general diagnoses. In fact, we've got pharmacy. We've got the ward. We've got the staff room, toilets, training. Does psychiatry also diagnose? It does. So I'm thinking I'll build a psychiatry room for a start. There may be some things that I need to do in psychiatry. I'll build that over here. I may need to move it later. And that'll mean I'll need a psychiatrist. I think definitely the difficulty with this one is the layout of the hospital. Way more than anything else. I want a bookcase. And a fireplace. That's quite a cozy one. Now, do we have any psychiatric doctors now? Got a couple actually. we're going to tell Luna that she can't do anything else other than be a psychiatrist. And then we'll allow Robin to fill in when Luna isn't doing stuff. So that's one kind of diagnosis. Porter's head. Yeah, let's try and cure the Porter's head patients. You died of lycanthropy. And that's all about my pharmacy nurse, unfortunately. Massive queues for cardiology. There's a big queue for general diag. That easy scan's being fixed. Cool. Oh, we've got our star. Okay, cool. So we've unlocked Flemington and we've unlocked small radiators. Oh, that's actually really useful. Very useful. So congratulations, your hospital has been awarded a 1-star rating by the 2-Point Health Ministry. You're doing a smashing job of gluing back together all of those witless activity bandits. I've never seen the appeal of Pursuits al fresco myself. Land should be owned and profited from, not used as a venue for wanton perambulation. Continue your osteological upkeep for more rewards or go elsewhere and expand your organisation. I am going to continue at this hospital and get all of the rewards I need. It's never going to look a pretty hospital. Never going to look a pretty hospital. It's always going to look cramped and horrible and nasty. Okay, so we've got a bit of a queue for the ward, but we've got a lot of ward nurses and things like that. So I'm happy just to let them get on with it. Fracture clinic. There's a couple of people in there. Cool. Oh, good. He got cured. Nice. So the extra ward training for the nurses seems to have worked really well. I'm not going to do it. While we've got an emergency, I'm not going to do any more ward stuff. Someone has died again. Staff training required for so many people. Let's see if there's anyone. If we could maybe run a ghost capture class for the janitors. That might be a good one. Ghost capture. The senior janitor will hold it. And we'll teach all the other janitors. And things will probably be a bit rubbish for the flowers and things in the meantime. But never mind. That's another death. That ding is a death. I hate that ding. That ding makes me feel bad. The ward is working better since I put more screens in as well. So that's really cool. Good to know.
Janitor, to repair drug mixer.
I mean, I wish I'd put them around the right way. I am trying to maximize training. You've just got to be careful with these things. Well, anyway, I think I am going to end the episode there because we did get our 1-star. I'm sorry that's taken us 2 episodes to do. But I do feel like I'm being as efficient as I can with this hospital and the space involved. But next time I think we're going to open up some more space to the back here. Move some of the training rooms and things out of the way. Have a little bit of a treatment thing going over here. Maybe try and see if we can get x-ray or something in over here. Without blocking all of the exits. We'll have to see how big an x-ray room is. But I think having it near the fracture ward would make kind of sense. But anyway, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more 2-Point Hospital, please subscribe and I'll let you know when the videos are out. I hope to see you next time. In the meantime though, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.